Sa akin ba yun? Yung ingay? So, for you to define probability, and after defining probability, of course, you have to find the probability of simple events. So let us have the pretest. Number 1, walang question yan. Let's proceed to number 2. A box contains 7 blue marbles, 6 red marbles, and 4 white marbles. If a marble is picked at random, what is the probability that it is white marbles? So, how many white marbles do we have? Ilang white marbles pa meron tayo dito?
4.
4. So, if there are 4 white marbles, how do we form the probability? Of course, you have to consider yung number ng marbles. So, meron tayong 4. And then after that, you have to also include yung dami ng marbles na meron tayo. So, ilan ba lahat ng marbles na meron tayo? Lahat-lahat.
17 po.
17 po. So, meaning 4 out of 17 marbles yung white. Okay, so that is the probability na ang pwedeng makuha natin dito ay white marble. So the answer here is letter A. Next, number 3. A committee of 2 is to be chosen at random from a group of 5 students consisting of 3 boys and 2 girls. What is the probability that a committee of 2 girls will be chosen? Ano ba yung concept nito? Makikita nyo. Anong konsepto yan? Yung may word na chosen. What kind of problem is that? Siya ba ay permutation? Siya ba ay combination? Pati ko naririnig yung messenger. Sasalita ba yung messenger? Messenger, nagsasalita ba kayo? Okay. Kulob? Baka dahil tinakpan ko yung ano. Nakatakip kasi yung papel dito. Kulob pa ba? So, anong concept to? Yung chosen. May word na chosen. Forming a committee. But that's combination. So, dahil ito ay combination, meaning we are going to create a combination notation. So, let me screenshot this. Then, proceed tayo dito sa ating Jamboard. So, ayan, sabi, a committee of 2 is to be chosen at random from a group of 5 students consisting of 3 boys and 2 girls. What is the probability that a committee of 2 girls will be chosen? So, dun muna tayo sa committee of 2 girls. Dito muna. A committee of 2 girls will be chosen. So, paano ba natin gagawin yon? In combination notation. Siyempre, you have to first understand ilan ba yung boys, Ilan yung girls? Okay, so there are 3 boys and there are 2 girls. Kaya lang, as you can see, sa committee na bubuin natin, dalawa lang yung kailangan natin to choose from this, from 3 boys and 2 girls. And we are given a situation kung saan we have to form the committee of 2 girls. So dahil 2 girls ang hinihingi sa atin, hindi tayo pipili sa boys, kundi sa girls lang. Pero, syempre, you have to consider kung ano yung combination notation nito. There's a combination notation of 2 girls. Choosing 2 girls. Diba? That's combination of 2 taken 2 at a time. Right? Kasi dalawang babae lang ang kailangan mo. Do I still need to represent boys? No. Kasi hindi naman tayo kukuha sa kanila ng members of the committee. Okay? So, napansin nyo kanina yung sa balls, sa marbles na meron tayo kanina. Yung numerator natin is consist of the number of white balls, marbles, balls ako ng balls. So, yung numerator natin kanina, nakita nyo fraction yun, di ba? Yung numerator natin, which is 4, is yung number of white marbles. And yung denominator natin is 17, which is the number of marbles that we have all in all. So, ibig sabihin, when you are forming a probability, you have to first consider kung ano yung binibigay na kondisyon. At dahil ang binigay na kondisyon ay committee of 2 girls, sa taas, ang kailangan natin ipakita is yung number of combinations na committee of 2 girls. Then sa baba, kailangan naman yung number of combinations na lahatan. Okay? So sa numerator, we'll have combination of 2 taken 2 at a time. And sa denominator naman, combination of ilan ba silang lahat? 3 plus 2 is 5. So that's 5 taken 2 at a time. So na magiging answer natin dito? Magiging answer natin dito will be combination of 2 taken 2 at a time divided by combination of 5 taken 2 at a time. And what is combination of 2 taken 2? Anong value na ito? Ano pong combination, ano pong answer dito sa combination of 2 taken 2? Ano po? Nakabilisan lang po para tayo ay makausad. You may use your calculator. Mukhang tulog pa yung karamihan. Gamit po kayo ng calculator nyo. O kaya, you can also use the formula. Ano ba yung formula natin dyan?
1,
Diba? Formula natin for combination. Po?
1.
1, correct. Over, what is combination of 5 taken 2? Po?
10, ma'am.
The combination of 5 taken 2?
10 po.
That's 10. Okay? So, our answer here is 1 over 10. Intindihan po kung bakit naging 1 over 10. So, as you can see, aside from the probability, we also use, that's why we studied the permutation, inaral natin yung combination, for us to use this in probability. Later, malalaman nyo what does probability means. How about number 4? Dito naman, there are x minus 1 red ball, 2x plus 5 blue balls, and x white balls in a box. One ball is selected at random from the box. If the probability that the selected ball is blue, which is equal to 5 over 8, what is the value of x? So dito ang hinahanap sa atin is yung value ng x. So how can we solve for that? So unahin muna natin, screenshot natin yung problem para madaling malipat. Hati na lang sila ng screen. Yan. So, unahin muna natin yung red. Ilan ba yung red balls? There are x minus 1 red ball. Then we have also blue. That is 2x plus 5. And white, we have x. Now we are going to look for the value of x given that when you select blue balls, is equal to 5 over 8. So gagamitin natin yung mga given na binigay, no? Yung probability daw ng pagkuha ng blue balls is 5 over 8. So galing dito sa probability, we'll go back kung ilan yung number of the variable x and yung number ng each ball. So ang gagawin natin, let us find the probability of blue balls. Pag kinuha natin yung probability of blue balls, syempre ilan ba yung blue balls? That's 2x plus 5. So yun yung magiging numerator natin. 2x plus 5. Then after that, we'll have to get the total number of balls. So para makuha natin yung total number of balls, ano ang gagawin natin dito? I-add natin sila lahat. So we'll have x minus 1 plus 2x plus 5 plus x. Then we will equate this to 5 over 8 kasi yung equivalent niyan. Now, after doing that, syempre we have to simplify our expressions or our equation. Yung nasa denominator muna, we will combine like terms. So we will have 2x plus 5 divided by x plus 2x plus x is equal to 4x. Negative 1 plus 5 is positive 4. So we'll have here 5 over 8. Then after that, multiply natin both sides of the equation to the denominators para ma-cancel out natin at para mas madali natin siyang masagutan. This is, or i-simplify. 4x plus 4 times 8. 4x plus 4 times 8. So, pwede na tayo mag-cancel out. Cancel out natin si 4x plus 4. Dito naman si 8. Then, multiply natin yung remaining dun sa term. So, we'll have 8 times 2x is 16x. 8 times 5 is 40. Then, we will have 4x plus times 5 is 20x. Then, 4 times 5 is 20. So, para makuha natin yung value of x, gagawin natin sa transpose natin si 16x dito and si 20 dito. So, magiging 20x minus 16x equals 40 minus 20. So, we have 4x equals 20. X is equal to 5. Okay, so we have now the answer, which is x is equal to 5. Ano yung answer natin dito? Letter D, which is x is equal to 5. So, ganun lang po siya kadali. The concept is, sa numerator, kung ano yung given, Kung blue yan, ibig sabihin yung numerator natin would be also blue. And yung denominator natin, lahat. Okay? So, i-add natin sila lahat. Then you will get the value of x. And eventually, after doing that, you'll get the value of each. Okay? So, I think yung question number 5 natin has something to do also with the question number 4. So, screenshot ko na lang para masagutan na rin natin. So, balikan lang natin to since we are given here the same situation, pero dito ang binigay sa atin is that our x is 9. So in number 4, if there are 8 minus 1 red balls, 2x plus 5 blue balls, and x white balls in a box, one ball is selected at random from the box. If the value of x is 9, what is the probability that the selected ball is blue? So you have to look for the values of each and consider that the value of x is 9. Gumana tayo sa red. Ano ba yung value ng red? That's x minus 1. Ang blue natin ay 2x plus 5. At ang white natin ay 9. So if we substitute, wait lang, x muna. Ayan. Excited eh. So if we substitute 9, 9 minus 1 is 8. 2 times 9 is 18. Plus 5, we have 23. And x is 9. Then we are going to look for the probability that we will get blue. Gaano kalaki daw ba yung chance for us to get a blue ball? Okay? So para masagutan natin yan, of course, we will have yung sa blue. Ano ba yung blue natin? 23. Out of ilan ba lahat ng balls natin? Ilan po lahat ng balls?
40 po.
40. So we have 23 over 40 will be the probability that we will get blue ball. Okay. Let us proceed to our lesson. Sabi dito, are you familiar with this board game? Anong board game ba yung may ganyang klase ng board at may ganyang klase ng checkers? So, one of the oldest board games known, backgammon, is a two-player game where each player has 15 checkers. Pag binilang niyo yung mga bilog na yan, 15 yan, each player. And then, they will move that checkers between 24 different triangles according to the roll of 2 dice. If you roll 2 dice, and you get doubles in this game, you have to roll again or you get the chance to roll again. So looking at this board and the dice that we have, pwede natin alamin gaano ba kalaki yung chance na ang maroroll natin ay doubles. So para makita natin yon, we'll have the chart. Yung chart na to shows the possible outcomes ng mga dice na meron tayo. So 1 to 6 yung sa isa at yung isa pa ay 1 to 6 din. So kung magkakaroon tayo ng rolling of dice, ito yung mga posibleng lumabas. Okay, yung mga yan. Now, how many possible outcomes daw are there? So, ilan ba lahat yung mga posibleng maging resulta ng ating pag-roll ng dice? Ilan ba lahat yan? Ilan po lahat yan?
36 po.
36. So meaning, there are 36 possible outcomes. So aside from 36 possible outcomes, syempre, ang goal natin kanina is to look for the number of doubles. Ilan ba yung doubles natin dito sa number of possible outcomes na to? Ilan yung doubles natin? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng doubles?
Ma'am, 6 po.
Anim. Why is it 6? Ano-ano ba yung mga doubles na binabanggit natin dyan? Or sinasabi dyan?
Yung mga parehas
Ano
po.
po? So ano yun? Pakibigay nga sa akin kung ano yung mga yan.
1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5.
Yes. And of course, is 6, 6. So how many doubles are there? There are 6 doubles. And these are the doubles na binabanggit natin. Okay? And as you can see, there are 6 doubles out of 36 possible outcomes. And if the dice are fair, meaning each of this has an equal chance to occur. Now, kung gagawin natin siyang probability, that's 6 out of 36 or 6 over 36. Which is 1 over 6. So for you to get a double number, your chance is 6 over 36 or simply 1/6. That's the ratio of the favorable outcome over the possible outcome. So yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, that whenever you are going to give the probability of that event will happen, you have to look for the favorable outcome. Ano yung favorable outcome? When we say favorable outcome, it is the possible outcomes favorable to the situation given, and the denominator is the number of all possible outcomes. Okay, so the ratio of the favorable over the possible is the process of getting probability of an event. So like for example, in symbols, no, we represent probability of an event E as P of E. And it is given by this equation, or I mean, this expression na you have to first get the number of favorable outcomes over the number of possible outcomes. So you will get the probability by getting the favorable over the possible. So that's the probability of event E. So ano pa ba yung kailangan yung tandaan? Siyempre, when you write this in symbol, that's probability of E equals number of elements in event E. Kaya nga we had the union and intersection para malaman yung mga symbols na ginagamit natin. Di ba naalala nyo, kapag meron tayong set, we are counting the number of elements we have there. So yung ganun din ginagawa natin dito, where we get the number of elements we have for the event E and the number of elements in sample space, which is denoted by capital letter S. So katulad kanina sa white balls, no? Sa white balls, 4 yung favorable, meaning 4 yung white balls kasi yun yung hinahanap natin or yun yung gusto natin makuha randomly, and then divided by kung ilan lahat ng bola na meron tayo, which is the sample space, which is 17. Okay? What is the probability that the double number will appear when the dice are rolled? So that is 6 over 36 or simply 1 over 6. Sabi nga, the probability of the event of getting doubles when 2 dice are rolled is probability of doubles equals 6 over 36 or simply 1 over 6. Now, ano ba yung representation natin when it comes to probability? Siyempre, if it will happen, possibly tulad nito, ano yung chance na makukuha mo ay doubles? Ang chance na makukuha mo ay doubles ay 1 over 6. And it can also be represented in percentage. Okay? Si 1 over 6 ay 16% or 17% chance. Okay? Kung 17% chance siya, ano kaya yung representation natin na surely mangyayari talaga yung isang event? Surely the event will happen. This is 17% only. So kung surely the event will happen, ano kaya yung representation natin for that? Anong number yung pwede natin i-represent para mapakita natin that surely the event will happen? Hello? Nandiyan pa po kayo? Hello? Malvar? Nandiyan pa kayo? Ako lang sumasagot sa Malvar. Naririnig niyo ako? O, naririnig niyo ako, nakikita ko. So, kung ang event ay hindi mangyayari, kunwari, pag-ulan, ngayong araw, uulan ba? Pag hindi mangyayari, ano yung number na ginagamit natin to represent na hindi siya mangyayari? Po? Ano daw? Hindi ko narinig. Ano po yung number na represents that the event will not happen? Kunwari yung pag-ulan ngayong araw. Hindi uulan ngayong araw. Anong number yung pwede mag-represent dun? Pakibanggit ulit. 0 po. So kapag hindi mangyayari yung event or simply the situation will not happen, it's 0. Will definitely not happen. If it will definitely or certainly will happen, or we are sure that this event will happen, we can represent that as 1 or simply 100% in percentage. Okay? So, if we are going to look at the probability, it is between 0 and 1. When we say between 0 and 1, it includes 0, meaning the event will not happen. It is impossible for that event to happen. And then 1, meaning that event will surely happen or certain to happen. Ano yung between them? It can be fraction or it can be percentage. Like for example, 70% chance of raining, 50% chance of getting the white balls, okay? 14% that you will get the question correct. So those are examples of probability between 0 and 1. Basta pag 0, it will not happen. Basta pag 1, it will certainly happen. Okay? And then between them are the chances, of course, kung ilang percent ba yung chance na mangyayaring event na yun. Sabi nga dyan, the closer a probability is to 1, syempre, the more likely it is to happen. Syempre, the closer it is to 0, the more likely it will not happen. Now let us have the examples. A blue and a green dice are rolled. Find the probability of the following events. So ano yung mga events na yon? So let us have event A. Sa event A, the green die shows 6. Sa event B naman, the sum of two numbers is 8. While in event C, the sum of two numbers is less than 6. So ito yung hahanapin nating events later. So let's have first, ano ba yung mga possible results nitong rolling a green and blue die? Okay? So yan yung pinapakita sa table, ano? So let's find out. If a die shows green, if the green die shows 6, ilan yung possibility na mangyayari to? For us to get the possibility, the probability, syempre, count muna natin yung possible outcomes. Ilan ba yung green or results that shows 6? Yung green, ha? Yung green die. So, ilan dyan?
6.
And that is 1, 6, 2, 6. Ito yung mga yun. Makikita nyo kasi naka-green lahat ng outcomes ng green die. So, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. Okay? And then, if we are going to get the probability of that, meaning that 6 out of 36, and we'll have 6 out of 36. Or, syempre, in-lowest term natin yan for us to get the simplest form, we have 1, 6. So, the probability that you will get a die, or if you will get 6, or the green shows 6, that is 1 over 6. Nakaintindihan po? So, ganyan yung kalaki yung, or kaliit, sabihin ko maliit, ganyan kaliit yung chance na ang makukuha mo sa green ay 6. Okay? Now, how about the sum of two numbers is 8? Ano-ano ba yung mga outcomes whose sum is 8? Sige, magbigay kayo ng ano. Sige po.
4, 4.
Alin? 4, 4. Yan, 4, 4. 6, 2. Yes, 6, 2, 2, 6.
3,
5, 3, 3, 5. Meron pa ba? So yeah, 6, 2, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 5, 2, 6. So these are the results whose sum is 8. Therefore, if we are going to count this, it's 5 over 36. So wala nang lowest term yan. We accept the answer 5 over 36. How about for letter C? The sum of two numbers is less than 6. Alin dyan yung mga sum of two numbers which is less than 6?
3, 2.
3, 2. Ano pa?
4, 1.
4, 1. Yes. 4, 1, 1, 4. Ito yun. 4, 1, 1, 4. Ano pa?
3,
3, 1. So, isa-isa natin na. Yung 1, 1 ba less than 6? Yung sum nila? Ito. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ano pa? 5, 6, 7. Less than 6 yan, di ba? 8, 9. And then 10. Or simply, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 4. So those are the outcomes whose sum is less than 6. And if we are going to represent that in probability, we'll have 10 over 36. And the lowest term of that is 5 over 18. Okay? So you know already how to find the probability. Let us have this situation. A committee of 2 is to be chosen at random from a group of 5 students consisting of 3 boys and 2 girls. What is the probability that a committee of 2 boys will be chosen? And letter B, consisting of 1 boy and 1 girl will be chosen. So, na yung probability, na makuha natin itong mga to. So, of course, we have to consider kung ano yung hinihingi sa atin. Doon muna tayo sa 2 boys will be chosen. Ay, dito na pala yan. So, madali lang naman. So, ano yung sample space natin? Pwede nyo gawin to, ha? You have to get sample space. For you to get the sample space, ililista mo, no? Kung ano yung mga possible outcomes. Or pwede din na ang pwede din gawin natin yung wait. Dito tayo. Gawin natin yung combination notation niya. So, paano kapag ang kinukuha natin ay 2 boys? Yan yung sa letter A. And sa letter B naman, 1 boy and 1 girl. So to do that, syempre you have to consider first, ilan ba ang i-form natin sa committee? Ang i-form natin, a committee of 2. And we will choose that from a group of 5 students with 3 boys and 2 girls. Then we will consider both situations or conditions na binigay. So if there are 3 boys, 2 girls, let us find the combination notation. So we have here 2 boys, dalawang kukunin natin sa boys. At kung dalawang kukunin natin sa boys, syempre dalawa lang naman ang kailangan natin. Hindi na tayo kukuha sa girls. Hindi na tayo magsiselect. So we'll have combination of 3 taken 2. And sa girls, hindi na. While here, that's combination of 3 taken ilan ba? 1. Here, we'll have combination of 2 taken 1. And we will multiply this because they will happen at the same time. Next, remember that our goal here is for us to get the probability. And para makuha mo yung probability, syempre, doon ka muna sa favorable divided by the possible. So, favorable over possible. Favorable, ito na, nakuha na natin. How about the possible? So, para makuha mo yung possible outcomes, syempre, out of 5 students, 2 lang kukunin mo. So, i-represent natin siya in combination notation. That is combination of 5 taken 2. Ito yung possible natin. Kasi nga, ulitin ko, out of 5 students, you will have to choose 2. So, you have to choose 2 out of 5 students. Okay? So, ano yung magiging probability ng ating letter A? So, probability of getting 2 boys is combination of 3 taken 2 over combination of 5 taken 2. How about getting One boy and one girl. That's probability of getting one boy and one girl. That is equal to combination of 3 taken 1 times combination of 2 taken 1 divided by combination of 5 taken 2. Okay? So, kunin natin yung mga values ng mga yan. Doon muna tayo sa letter A. What is combination of 3 taken 2? Ano yun? Mute ko muna ha. So, what is combination of 3 taken 2?
3 po.
3.
3 po. How about combination of 5 taken 2? Kanina nakuha na natin yan. That's
10 po.
10, correct. So our answer here in letter A is 3 over 10. How about for letter B? For letter B, we have 3 taken 3 at, combination of 3 taken 1 at a time. What is combination of 3 taken 1 at a time?
3 po.
3 times combination of 2 taken 1,
2 po.
2 Then how about for the denominator? That's 10. So we will have 6 over 10 or simply 3 over 5. Okay. So dito we have 3 over 10. Dito we have 3 over 5. Okay. So that is how you get the probability. So sa kanya dito, ang ginawa niya, nilapat niya muna, binigay niya muna yung mga possible outcomes, yung sample space. Pwede din yun. And binilang niya ilan lahat. Then, yung number of boys ay 3. So, tatlo din yung what do you call this? Outcomes na 2 boys ang napili. So, ang ginawa niya is represent that in probability, that's 3 over 10. Pwede rin to, or pwede niyong gamitin yung combination notation. Ang problema kasi dito, kapag sobrang dami na, no? Sobrang dami na ng number of boys. Kunwari, 10 yung boys, 20 yung girls, tapos magaganto ka pa, matagal. So, gagamit ka talaga ng combination notation. Next, how about for 1 boy and 1 girl? Ilan ba yung outcome natin na may 1 boy at 1 girl? Ito yan. So, meron tayong 6 na outcomes. And if we represent that in probability, that's 6 over 10 or simply 3 over 5. Okay? So, pwede yan. Yung nilistan lang natin kung ano yung mga possible outcomes kung konti lang yung number of boys and girls or number of elements in a given problem. If there are more than, if it is, it has big number, no, it involves big number of elements, syempre mahirap na ilista. Okay? Now, how about for number 3? Ayan. We have X red balls, 12 blue balls, and 2X plus 4 white balls in a box. 1 ball is selected at random from the box. If the probability that the selected ball is red is equal to 1 over 5, what is the value of X? The selected ball is then put back into the box and another ball is then selected. Find the probability that the selected ball will be blue or not blue. So, check natin. Alam ko madali lang din to. So, doon muna tayo sa blue, ano? How about if the ball is blue? Yan. So, you're going to look for the probability that you will select or we can select the blue ball. Ano ba muna yung mga given? Siyempre, given yung red, which is represented by variable x. Yung blue natin, is 12, and the white is 2x plus 4. Now, ang sabi dito, if the probability of the selected ball is red is equal to 1 over 5, ano daw yung magiging value ng x? We are going to look for the variable x, the value of the variable x first, and then after that, we will get the probability na blue nakuha and then not red. So, paano natin makukuha yon? Dahil red ang hinahanap dito, ibig sabihin, ang nasa numerator natin ay yung red. Then, ang nasa denominator ay yung sum nilang lahat. So, let us show the process. Doon muna tayo sa red. Since red is variable x, so we'll have ay, ang ganda ng linya ko, no? Ang straight, nakakatuwa. So, we have variable x in the numerator, and in the denominator, mag-add tayo. X plus 12 plus 2x plus 4. Okay? And that is equal to 1 over 5. So, combine muna natin, like terms, x is x over, nag-equal agad ako. X plus 2x is 3x. 12 plus 4 is 16. Okay? That is equal to 1 over 5. And then after that, we will multiply both sides by the denominator. 3x plus 16 times 5. Then we'll have 3x plus 16 times 5. Next. Ano na ang kasunod niyan? We'll get, or we'll cancel out 3x. Cancel out natin si 5. Then multiply. 5 times x is 5x equals 1 times 3x plus 16, that's 3x plus 16. Then after that, transpose natin si 3x, that will be 5x minus 3x equals 16. So we will have 2x equals 16, or simply x is equal to 8. And then, paano natin makukuha yung sa blue? So, syempre, kailangan muna natin kunin yung mga values ng mga to. So, this x here is 8. Blue is 12. How about for the white? That's 2 times 8 plus 4. 2 times 8 is 16 plus 4, 20. So, para makuha natin yung blue, which is blue, kunin muna natin yung number of blue balls, and that is 12, over yung sum nilang lahat. Ano yung sum nilang lahat? 8 plus 12 plus 20, ilan? 8 plus 12 plus 20.
40.
40, correct. So 12 over 40, it can be simplified. Ano magiging lowest term nito? They are both divisible by 4. So this is 3. This is 10. Baka nakalimutan nyo na kung paano mag-lowest term ha, mag-simplify ng fraction. How about yung not green? I mean, not red. Kung not red, anong kulay yan? If it is not red, anong color yan? Anong color? That's blue or white. Okay? So, dahil blue or white yon, add natin sila. 12 plus 20, that's 22 over 40. Ay, ilan ba lahat yun? No? Di 22, 32. That's 32. So 32 over 40 is equal to lowest term, 4 over 5. Okay. So we have 3 over 10 and 4 over 5. Naintindihan na how to get the variable x and how to solve for the probability of the selected ball here in this problem. So para mas makita nyo, ito din yung solution niya. And so, nagsimula muna siya dun sa given. Dahil ang given lang ay red ball, kung ano yung probability ng red ball, ginamit niya yun para makuha yung variable x. At wag nakuha niya na yung variable x, syempre lahat sunod-sunod na yun. Alam mo na yung number of red balls, alam mo na yung number of blue balls, and yung white balls. So, for us to solve for the blue ball, kunin lang yung number of blue balls divided by yung number of all the balls, and then yung not red, ganun din. So what you need to remember is that the probability of an event is a ratio that compares the number of favorable outcome to the number of possible outcomes. So in symbol, it is for you to understand it more, meron tayong representation dito. Probability of an event E is equal to the number of favorable outcomes divided by the number of possible outcomes. Then recall that it is between 0 to 1, yung probability, where 0 means that the event will not happen or impossible to happen, and 1 means that the event will certain to happen. And of course, the closer it is to 0, meaning mas maliit yung chance na mangyayari siya, and it is closer to 1, meaning it has a bigger chance to happen. Okay? So let us now have our module number 14. So ano ba yung title nitong module number 14 natin? It is probability of two events. Kanina, probability of simple events lang. Or should I say, kaya nga simple events, isang event lang ang hinihingi sa atin. Dito naman, we are going to get the probability of two events. So the goal here is for you to illustrate the probability of a union of two events. So union muna tayo. And find the probability of A union B. So for our pretest, let us have first the number 1. A card is drawn at random from a standard pack of 52 playing cards. Find the probability that the card is a club or a spade. So, ilan ba yung clubs? Sino dito ang nakakita na ng baraha? Ilan po yung clubs? Ilan yung card na spade? Are you familiar with deck of cards?
Opo, ma'am.
Opo. So, ilan yung club doon?
13 po.
13. Ilan naman yung spade?
Ganon din, ma'am. 13.
Ganon din po, 13. So, 13, 13, that's 26. 26 over ilan ba lahat ng cards? 52.
52 po.
So, 26 over 52 or also equal to
1/2.
1?
1/2 po.
1 over 2 or simply 1/2. Okay? So, ayun. So, we have here 26 over 52 or simply 1/2 for number 1. Next, number 2. Meron tayo ditong probability na binigay that these teams will win. Anong mga team yon? That's team L, M, tsaka N. Magkakaibang team yan. And then binigay din yung probabilities nila which is 1/3, 1/6, and 1/9 respectively. Meaning, kung ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod kanina, yun din yung pagkakasunod-sunod ng probabilities nila. Assuming only one team can win, we have to calculate that either M or N wins. So ano ba yung probability that M will win? That's 1/6. How about yung N? That's 1/9. And for you to get their probability na sila ay mananalo, syempre you have to add them. So what is 1/6 plus 1/9? What is 1/6 plus 1/9? Okay, babalik ko kayo ng grade 6. Ang tagal niyo mag-add. 1/6 plus 1/9 lang.
2/50.
Po?
2/50.
Remember, yung winning, the probability for us to get for Team M to win is 1/6. And yung probability naman na si N ang mananalo ay 1/9. So we will add them. Paano ba sila i-add? Siyempre, in adding and subtracting fractions, they have to get the same or they must be similar fractions. When we say similar fractions, dapat yung denominator nila pareho. Okay? So, ano yung common multiple or LCD, least common denominator ng 6 and 9? Or ng fractions na to? Least common denominator nila, that's 18. 18 divided by 6, 3 times 1, 3. Plus 18 divided by 9, 2 times 1, 2. So, we will have here 5/18. Baka nakalimutan na, no? Yung paano mag-add at mag-subtract ng fractions. So, our answer here is 5/18. Okay, next, number 2. A die is rolled. What is the probability of getting an even number or a factor of 2? Ano daw ba yung probability for us to get an even number and a factor of 2? Ano-ano ba yung mga even numbers dito? Sa 1 to 6.
2, 4, 6.
2, 4, 6. And what is a factor of 2? We'll have, so kung 2, 4, 6 yun, that is 3/6. Kasi anim yung possible outcomes. That's 3 over 6. How about yung factor of 2? Ano ba yung factor ng 2? That's 2. Diba? Ang 2 factor of 2 yan. Right? So we will have here 3 over 6 plus 1 over 6. We'll have 4 over 6 or simply 2/3, which is equal to letter A. How about number 4? Screenshot natin to. Yan. 15 balls in a jar are numbered 1 to 5. And then we are going to draw a ball at random. Find the probability that the number on the ball is less than 6 or equal or greater than 9. Less than 6 or greater than 9. So if it's less than 6, ano ba yung event na yon na ang result ay less than 6? So, ganito yung gawin natin. Let A be the event that the value is less than 6. And then B naman will be greater than 9 or the elements who's greater than 9. So, doon muna tayo sa A. Ano yung mga values from 1 to 15 na less than 6? That's 0. Ay, no. Not 0 is not included. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, just me. 4, 5. Those are less than 6. How about greater than 9? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's greater than 9. How about for the probability? Siyempre, kunin muna natin yung probability ni A. Ang probability ni A ay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 over, ilan ba yung numbers na meron tayo? There are 15 numbers. How about B? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 over 15. Okay? So, 5 over 15 and 6 over 15. Then, para makuha natin yung probability nilang dalawa, we will add them. So, that's 5 over 15 plus 6 over 15. We will have 11 over 15. So, the answer here is letter C. Naiintindihan niyo po ba? Now, let us have number 5. Sa number 5 naman, the problem is during MECQ or modified community quarantine period, an employee has a 40% chance to reach the Pasig City Hall on Monday and 80% chance naman to reach on Tuesday. While their chance to reach it on Monday and Tuesday is 50%. So what is the probability that she reaches the City Hall either Monday or Tuesday? So let's find out. Ano daw yung probability? Ituro ko muna, no? what should we do here? Siyempre, alamin muna natin yung mga values na binigay para maintindihan. So, pag Monday, ano yung probability na the employee will reach the Pasig City Hall? That is 40%. Okay? On Tuesday, we have 80%. Then, Monday and Tuesday, that is 50%. So, para makuha natin yung chance nila of getting there either Monday or Tuesday, ang gagawin natin ay i-add natin silang dalawa. Yung mga probability nila ha, probability yung binabanggit ko dito ha. Minus natin yung probability na to. Probability of Mon and choose. Later, I'll give you an example of this para mas maintindihan nyo. Okay? So, ano yung probability ng Monday? That's 40%, or in decimal, 0.40. Ito in decimal, 0.80. We have 0.40 plus 0.80. And this one is 0.50 or 0.5. Okay? So this will be 1.20 minus 0.50. This is 0.70 or simply 70%. Ano yung ginawa natin dito? Ang ginawa natin dito was simply add the probabilities of the two. And then subtract what is common to them. Ito kasi common sa kanilang dalawa. When I say common sa kanilang dalawa, ito yung chance nila to reach during Monday and Tuesday, which is, ibig sabihin, common in both days. So para makuha natin yung chance that they will reach either Monday or Tuesday, we have to subtract the common. Later, I'll give an example of this para mas maintindihan nyo. So let's proceed now to the lesson itself para mas mabilis tayo. Dito muna tayo sa recap. There are 52 standard playing cards. And then, ano daw yung probability for us to get diamond? Ilan ba yung diamond sa cards? There are 13, okay, diamonds. So we have 13 over 52 or simply 1/4. How about the black cards? Ilan ba yung black cards doon? Kalahati doon ay black cards, which is 26 over 52, which is equal to 1/2. How about the red ace? Ilan ba yung ace doon? Ang ace po doon ay 4. At ilan ang red? Ilan ang red dun sa 4 na ace? Hello? Familiar ba kayo sa cards? Labo naman na ito. Familiar po ba kayo sa mga cards na meron tayo?
Di po.
Hindi po. So wait lang, hanap ako ng malaki-laking picture. Baka kaya hindi kayo makasagot kasi hindi kayo familiar sa mga cards. Ayan. So may nakita na ako. Open image. Ayan. So ito po yung standard deck of card. Now we have hearts, diamond, spade, and clubs. Okay? So, meron tayo dyang 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, Queen, King, and Ace. Okay? So, pansinin nyo dito, ilan ba yung red ace? Dalawa. So, that's 2 over 52. So, kung 2 over 52 po yan, that's 1 over 26. How about yung queen? Ilan po ba yung queen natin dito? Ilan po yung queen? Siyempre, we have 4. So, those 4, there are 4 queens in a standard deck of cards, meaning 4 over 52 or simply 1 over 13. So, hindi ko naman sinabing maging kayo, mga sugalero. Pero ang gusto ko lang, you have to, of course, tumingin-tingin kayo ng mga cards, no, para maging familiar kayo sa itsura niya. Okay? Para po nagsagot kayo, di kayo mahirapan. Kasi probability is usually used in these cases where you are getting or drawing a card, playing a card, and so on. So for our lesson, naglalaro si Bobby and Chris ng Scrabble game. Then, they decided to roll a die. Then, whoever gets the higher number, siya yung unang maglalagay ng word. Siyempre, alam niyo naman yung advantage, di ba? Nang kayo yung unang naglalagay ng mga words. Then, both players roll a die and then Bobby rolls 4. So, 4 yung nakuha ni Bobby. Ito si Bobby. So, ang kailangan ni Chris is to get 5 or 6. Ang kailangan niya makuha ay 5 or 6. So, ano kaya yung possibility or probability nang makuha ni Chris ay 5 or 6? Ano yung probability na siya yung mauunang maglagay ng word? Okay? So, para ma-solve natin yan, of course, we have to identify first yung event. Yung event natin dito is the die shows either 5 or 6. Ilan ba yung 5 when it comes to die? Diba? Siyempre, isa lang naman. So, yung probability na ang makuha mo ay 5, that's 1 over 6, right? And how about the probability of getting 6? That's 1 over 6 also. Kasi, isa lang naman yung 6 dun sa dice. Okay? Dun sa mga nakakaalam, ang tawag natin, pag isa lang yung ginagamit nating dice, kasi nakasanayan nating mga Pilipino, ay dice yan. Kahit isang peraso lang, tawag natin dice. Ang tawag doon, die, pag isa lang. Pag dalawa or more than that, dice. Okay? So, ano daw yung probability that we will get A, the event A, and yung probability that we will get B. Then, of course, we have to look for the probability of A and B, and then A or B. So, probability of getting A, that's 1 over 6, kasi out of 6 possible outcomes, isa lang naman doon ng 5. And for you to get 6, 1 out of 6 din, kasi 1 to 6, isa lang naman yung 6 doon. And then, how about the probability of A and B? And A or B? So, you have to know that when the elements connected by the conjunctions and, or, the events A and B are said to be compound events. So, ang tawag na natin dito ay compound events or of two events, two different, ano sunod dyan? When we say compound events, it is composed or consists of two or more simple events that are connected by conjunctions and, or. Wait lang, din pa tapos. And or. And then after that, you have to also remember that the probability of two events can be solved by adding them. Okay? When we say probability of two events, ang ibig sabihin nun is the probability of their union. Kaya nga makikita nyo dito, meron tayong ginagamit na word na or. Ang ibig sabihin nun is that posibilidad na mangyari yung A o kaya yung B. In mathematics, we use this symbol. We call this union, meaning union of events A and B. And for you to get that, you have to add their probabilities. The probability of A and probability of B. Tulad nung kanina, what is the probability that you will get a blue ball and a red ball? So that's probability of two events or union of two events. Kasi we use the conjunction or. Okay? Then, if A and B are events in the same sample space, ibig sabihin there are common elements, hindi lang tayo basta mag-a-add. Tulad kanina, nakita nyo, nag-subtract tayo. Okay? So, after adding, we have to subtract. Ano ba yung mga sinasabi na to? Let's have more examples para mas maintindihan nyo. Then, ito nga, binanggit ko na to kanina, kapag wala silang common elements, ang gagawin nyo, mag-add lang. So, para mas maintindihan natin, let us look at the given. So, what is the probability of the die shows either 5 or 6? Kung 5 or 6 yan, dahil wala silang magkaparehong element, 5 is different from 6, magkaiba sila. So, ang gagawin lang natin, i-add lang natin sila. So, their union is for you to add, ang gagawin natin is we will add their probabilities 1/6 plus 1/6, and that's 2 over 6. Or simply 1/3. So, 1/3 yung chance ni Chris to get 5 or 6. Okay, medyo malaki din yung chance na yun, no? 1 out of 3. Now, para mas maintindihan nyo yung mga binabanggit ko kanina, let us have more examples. So, for number 1, a card is drawn at random from a standard deck of 52 cards. We have to find the probability that we will get the following, which is letter A, an ace or a king. So, ang tanong ko, dun ba sa ace or a king, meron bang parehong element sa kanila? Or should I say, parehong ace at parehong king? Meron po ba? Meron, wala. Meron bang king at ace? Naku. Meron bang parehong king at ace dito?
Meron po.
Asan? Sa isang card ha? Yung isang card parehong king at ace.
Ah,
Meron, wala. Hello po. Meron po bang isang card na parehong king at ace? King na siya at the same time ace pa siya.
wala po. Wala.
Wala po. Okay? Yun yung ibig sabihin dito. Yun yung tinatanong ko sa inyo. Later, malalaman nyo bakit ko siya tinatanong. Okay? Next, sa letter B. Heart or a queen? Meron ba tayong heart na queen?
Wala po. Wala po.
Sige, hanapin natin ha. Meron ba ditong heart na queen?
Yes po.
Yes po, ito po. Heart siya, at the same time, queen siya. Okay, next. Neither a king nor a queen. Hindi king, hindi queen. So mamaya, pakita ko sa inyo yan. Okay? So let us proceed now to the solution. Doon muna tayo sa a king or an ace. So ilan po ba muna yung king natin sa standard deck of card? Pakitandaan nga po ito, paki-screenshot para pag tinanong ko po, masasagot niyo ako agad para hindi ako balik ng balik dito. Okay. Okay na screenshot na?
Opo.
Opo. So, ulitin ko ha. Ilan po yung king natin in a standard deck of card?
13, ma'am.
King.
Ay, king.
King po, king. Trina! King. Ilan yung king sa standard deck of cards?
Apat
Ilan po? Narinig ko na.
Apat.
Pat.
4
Ilan yung ace?
4 din.
4 din po. So, if you're going to represent that in probability, that's 4 over 52 or simply 1 over 13. So, dahil walang pareho sa kanila, walang parehong ace at the same time king, all we have to do is to add them, add their probabilities. So, that's 3 over 52 plus, 4 over 52 plus 4 over 52, or pwede rin naman natin gawing 1 over 13 plus 1 over 13. Okay? Which will give us 2 over 13. So yung probability na ang makukuha natin sa card ay ace o kaya naman king ay 2 over 13. So yun yung tsansa. Okay? Ganun kaliit yung tsansa na ang makukuha natin sa card ay ace or king. Ibig sabihin, parang sa 13 na cards, dalawa doon yung pwede mong makuha. So medyo maliit yung chance. Next. How about for letter B? A heart or a queen? Diba kanina, ilan ba yung heart sa cards natin? Ilan yung heart dun sa cards natin? Pakibilang nga po ilan yung heart. Pina-screenshot ko po yun sa inyo, di ba? Kasi hindi kayo familiar with the standard deck of cards. 13 po, correct. So there are 13 hearts. Ilan naman yung queen? Ilan po?
4 po.
4 po. And remember na merong queen of hearts. Dahil merong queen of hearts, meron silang common element. Kapag binilang natin yung heart, 13 siya. Yung queen, 4. So, ang mangyayari dito ay nabilang mo na siya sa heart, binilang mo pa siya ulit sa queen. So, para matanggal yung sobrang pagbilang mo or yung sobrang isa, kasi 2 beses mo siya binilang, dapat 1 beses lang. Ima-minus natin doon yung parehong element. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin doon? Ilan yung heart? Again, that's 13. And then, ilan yung queen? That's 4. Ima-minus natin ngayon yung common elements. Di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, if you use this symbol, this means intersection, meaning the common element of heart and queen. Ima-minus natin siya. Why? Because you already included the queen of hearts dito sa counting natin sa heart, tapos binilang mo ulit siya dito sa queen. So parang 2 queen of hearts na yung binibilang mo. And as you can see, dito sa ating illustration, 1 queen of hearts lang meron tayo. So kung bibilangin natin to pag binilang lang natin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 out of 52 po yung makukuha nating card or possible na ma-select natin. Pero kung dito, pag binilang nyo, 13 plus 4 is 17. So, sobra tayo ng isa. Kaya mina-minus natin yung common elements kasi ayaw natin maulit yung card na yon. Dahil iisa lang naman siya in a standard deck of card. Naintindihan niyo po yung punto bakit tayo nagsasubtract? Naintindihan niyo po yung punto bakit tayo nagsasubtract ng sobrang elements, or should I say, bakit natin sinasubtract yung intersection nila? Hello po? Sagot kayo, Google Meet. Hoy, nandiyan pa ba kayo? Nandiyan pa po kayo? Narinig niyo ako? Narinig niyo ako? Nakikita ko sa screen ko eh. So, ulitin ko ha. Pag binilang natin yung number of cards na meron tayo for heart, merong 13. At kasama na doon yung Queen of Hearts. Okay? So, dapat talaga, ang i-add lang natin dito na Queen, 3 na lang kasi kasama na doon yung Queen na isa. Kaya lang, syempre, pag binilang niyo yung Hearts and yung Queen, ito yung kalalabasan niya. Okay? So, kaya ang ginagawa natin, nagsasubtract na lang tayo. Sinasubtract natin ay yung intersection nila, which means, dahil nabilang mo na yon, 2 beses mo siya nabilang, ibawas mo yung isa. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. So, we have 13 plus 4, that's 17, minus 1, 16, that's 16 over 52, and lowest term of that is 4 over 13. So, how about yung neither a king nor a queen? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ano ba yung, ilan ba yung king natin? 4, di ba? 4 over out of 52. While yung queen natin is 4 din out of 52. Or 113 plus 1 over 13, which is equal to 2 over 13. And para makuha natin yung number of cards na hindi king at hindi queen, syempre pag binilang mo yan, madali, no? Pero syempre pag may problem ka na, hindi ka magbibilang. Ang ibig sabihin nun, magse-select tayo ng card, pero dapat hindi siya queen, hindi siya king. Pag binilang mo yan lahat, isa-isa, mahaba yung oras na gugugulin mo. Okay? Di tulad kapag sinolve natin siya, at pag sinolve natin siya, isa-subtract lang natin siya sa 1, because 1 represents the whole deck of cards. And that's 52 over 52. Or kaya naman, dahil dito 13 ang ginamit natin, it's 13 over 13. So 1 minus 2 over 13 is 11 over 13. Okay? So ano yung tsansa na ang makukuha mo ay hindi king at hindi rin queen? That's 11 over 13. Ibig sabihin, 11 out of 13 cards possible mong makuha ay hindi king or queen. Sabihin na natin na malaki yung chance na yun, no? Next. How about the probabilities of the 3 teams? Binigay sa A, B, C. And ito yung mga possibilities nila. Probabilities nila. So para makuha natin yung probability na si A o kaya si B ang mananalo, let's look at the situation. Ano ba yung probabilities na binigay? And meron din dyan, neither A nor C wins. Doon muna tayo sa A or B. Dahil A or B yan, they don't have common. Bakit walang common sa kanila? Because Team A is different from Team B. Okay? So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, i-add natin sila. So, that's 1/4 plus 1/8. So, kapag in-add nyo sila, we'll get 3 over 8. Okay? So, ganun lang kadali. How about neither A nor C wins? So, hindi sila yung mananalo, hindi silang dalawa. So, add muna natin yung A or C wins at isa-subtract natin siya to 1. Okay? So, A is 1/4 and C 1/10. So, kapag sinod nyo yan, that's 7/20. Subtract natin siya kay 1 para makuha natin na yung chance na hindi sila yung mananalo. So, that's 13/20. Next, number 3, how about yung chances of rain? So, ang chances of rain daw for Saturday is 30%. Yung chances of rain naman on Sunday is 70%. At yung chance na uulan sa kanilang dalawa sa parehong araw na yan, sa Saturday and Sunday is 21%. So, they have something in common. Anong gagawin natin? We will get 0.30. I-add natin siya sa 0.70. And then, subtract natin yung common sa kanila, which is 21, 0.21. So, 0.30 plus 0.70, that's 1. Minus 0.21, that's 0.79. Or simply, 79% of chance ang meron tayo na it will rain on Saturday o kaya naman on Sunday. So as you can see, yung probability, it is mostly used in in broadcasting, ilang percent chance of raining, sa mga games, sa mga laro, chances of winning, the probability that you will get this card, the probability that you will win. Those are the situations kung saan ginagamit natin itong probability. Bakit? Kasi kinukuha natin yung probability or yung tsansa. And if you are dealing with this kind of problems, probability po ito. So what you need to remember is that a compound event consists of two or more simple events that are connected by conjunctions and or is what we call the compound events. So the probability of two events found by adding the probability of each event. So nag-add lang tayo when it comes to the union of A and B. A or B, pag may nakita kayong or, ibig sabihin that is union. And kung meron silang common element, mag-subtract muna kayo or mag-add then mag-subtract. And then if they don't have common elements, ibig sabihin, mag-add lang po tayo. Okay? So, yun yung kailangan yung tandaan when it comes to probability of two events. How about for module number, bago tayo mag-proceed to module number 15, bilangin ko muna ilan yung student dito. Oy, 20. Ilan ba tayo kanina? Wait lang habang tinitingnan niyo yung video na yan, check ko yung attendance natin. Anong date ngayon? 4/27. Messenger, nag-attendance ba kayo? Baka nakalimutan nyo mag-attendance sa GC. So, doon muna tayo sa umpisa. We have here mutually exclusive events. What does mutually exclusive events mean? So, let us find first the expectation or your goal today. Your goal today is for you to illustrate mutually exclusive events, and of course, you have to find the probability of mutually exclusive events. So, let us have for the pretest, doon muna tayo sa number 1. When two or more events cannot happen at the same time, the events are said to be, is it A, dependent, B, independent, C, mutually exclusive, or D, non-mutually exclusive? They will not happen at the same time. Apong sagot dito? Ano ba yung lesson natin?
C.
Mutually exclusive events. When we say mutually exclusive, two or more events cannot happen at the same time. Okay? How about number 2? So for number 2, the following are mutually exclusive, except winning and losing in a game. B, getting a 2 and a 4 in a toss of a die. C, getting a head and a tail in a toss of a coin. Or D, getting a spade and a queen in a draw of a card. So alin dyan ang hindi mutually exclusive? What do you mean by mutually exclusive? Meaning they will not happen at the same time. So alin dyan ang possible na mangyari at the same time?
Letter D po.
Letter D. Pwede kang makakuha ng spade at ng queen when you draw a card. Hindi tulad ng A, hindi ka pwedeng manalo at matalo at the same time in a game. No? Sa letter B naman, kapag nakakuha ka ng 2 sa die, hindi ka na makakakuha ng 4. Lalo na, 1 chance lang ang meron. Pag ikaw ay nag-toss ng coin, 2 lang yan na possible mong makuha. Either head o kaya naman tail. Hindi mo sila pwedeng makuha pareho. Number 3. Ay, lumampas ako. Sumobra. Ano ba yan? Nakakaasa. Ano muna tayo? Asa na ba? Ang bilis kasi. Yan. O ako din. Number 3. A small choir has a tenor singer, 3 soprano singers, a baritone singer, and a mezzo-soprano singer. If one of their names was randomly chosen, determine the probability that it was the name of the tenor singer or soprano singer. So doon muna tayo sa bilang, no? Ilan ba yung tenor singer? Tenor.
Isa.
Isa. And ilan naman yung soprano?
3.
3. So, that's 1 over, ilan ba lahat ng singers? Ilan po lahat ng singers natin? Sige nga, pakibilang po ilan po yung singer natin. Meron tayong tenor singer, 3 soprano, baritone, and mezzo-soprano. Ilan lahat sila?
6 po.
6 po. So yung una, yung tenor, that's 1 over 6. Yung soprano, 3 over 6. So ilan lahat? One over 6 plus 3 over 6? Ilan po? 1/6 plus 3/6. Sige nga, paki-add. Ilan po yun? That's... Grabe oh, ang tagal niyo sumagot. 1/6 plus 3/6.
4/6, ma'am.
Po, that is 4/6. And 4/6 is equal to 2/3. So the
Third.
answer here is letter D. Okay, how about for number 4? Number 4 ba to? 5 na to agad ah. Naman tayo sa 4. Yan. So the probability that a student passes their physics exam is 0.71. The probability that they'll pass their mathematics exam is 0.81. The probability that they will pass both exams is 0.68. So what is the probability that the student only passes their math exam? So as you can see, dito meron tayong mga decimals that represent yung probability that the student passes their subjects or their exams in each subject. So sa physics, 0.71. Pero hindi ibig sabihin, physics lang ang ipinasa ng mga student na yan, okay? How about for the math, 0.81. Pero hindi ibig sabihin math lang ang ipinasa nila dyan. Okay? Yung mga nakapasa naman ng both exams is 0.68. So ang goal natin dito is para makuha natin yung math only. Okay? So para makuha natin yun, so para magawa natin yun, kailangan natin gamitin yung formula kanina. Ano yun? Dun tayo sa probability of getting both. Ibig sabihin, let us say that event A is the event that the student passes the math exam. Students pass the math exam. B naman is yung student probability of students that pass the physics exam. Okay? And then, ayan. So we have A or B, or simply probability of getting A or B. So para makuha natin yun, i-add natin silang dalawa. Yung probability of getting A and probability of getting B. Pero as you can see dito, ang binigay sa atin is yung both exams. Pag sinabing both exams, ang ibig sabihin niyan is math or physics. So para makuha natin yung common sa kanilang dalawa, yung end, di ba dapat magma-minus tayo? So, ano yung ibig sabihin nun? Dahil ito, math or physics yan, ibig sabihin, That's probability of A union B. Yung 0.68. Ibig sabihin, both exams yan, both math and physics. Ibig sabihin, math or physics yan, or union. So kapag nag-substitute na tayo, dito natin substitute yung 0.68. Kasi yan yung given. Dito yung sa math, and dito yung sa physics. That's 81 pala tong isa. Dapat 81. 81 plus 0.71 minus yung kanilang intersection na math and physics. Ang ibig sabihin nito, math and physics. Yan yung hindi binigay. Okay? Next. After that, we have 0.68 equals 1.52. Pag inad natin, ito, and we'll get the intersection. Then, transpose natin to. Transpose din natin yon. We'll get probability of A intersection B is equal to 1.52 minus 0.68. Pag sinubtract natin yan, we'll get 0.84. Yung probability ng makuha natin ay math and physics. Bakit natin to kinuha? It's because we wanted to subtract there yung sa math. Bakit natin sinasubtract yun sa math? For us to get kung ano talaga yung math lang ang naipasa. Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nito? Since this is math and physics, ang pinasa nila, math and physics. Okay? Ibawas natin dyan yung math lang, yung math ang pinasa. I mean physics, yung pinasa. Physics. Physics. Para makuha natin yung math lang. Okay? So, 0.84 minus 0.71, that's 0.13. Ibig sabihin, 0.13 or simply 13% sa mga students ang pinasa lang nila ay math lang. Okay? So, nanggaling siya dito sa math and physics. May question dito? Kaya pa? Hindi na kayo sumasagot? Diretso na tayo. So let us have now the lesson. I have here different situations at kailangan natin kailangan nyo i-identify if they will happen at the same time or not. So doon muna tayo sa first event or sa first set of example. Sa number 1, we have event A, toss a coin and get head. Yung event B naman niya, toss a coin and get tail. Mangyayari ba siya at the same time or no? Mangyayari ba sila at the same time o hindi? Hello po. Kapag ikaw ba ay nag-toss ng barya, mangyayari ba at the same time na ang makuha mo ay head o kaya tail? Tao o ibon? Sabi nga. Hello? Andiyan pa ba kayo? Oh,
Opo, ma'am.
absent na kayo. O, mangyayari ba at the same time, yung tao at saka yung ibon, makukuha mo pag nag-toss ka ng coin?
Di po.
Hindi po. They will not happen at the same time. Ibig sabihin, cross. Next, number 2. Nag-roll ka ng die. Ayan, nag-roll ka ng die. Posible bang makuha mo yung 1 at 6 at the same time? Isang beses ka lang magro-roll.
Hindi po.
Hindi po. Eh, paano yung number 3? Kapag nag-roll ka daw ng die, pwede ka makakuha ng 2. Yung B naman, yung event B naman, pag nag-roll ka, ang makukuha mo ay even number. Pwede ba mangyari yun at the same time?
Yes po.
Yes po. Kasi 2 ay even number din. Okay, next. How about number 4? Kapag daw ba nakakuha ng yellow ball, possible din makakuha ka ng blue ball pag kumuha, nag-draw ka ng bola. Isang beses lang?
Hindi po.
Hindi po. So let us have number 5. One student is selected as a class monitor. So kapag pinili ko ba si John, pwede din mangyari na mapipili ko rin si Peter kung isa lang ang pipiliin
Hindi
ko.
po.
Hindi po. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang mangyayari lang at the same time ay yung number 3. So yung number 3, ang tawag natin sa kanila ay mutually exclusive. Ay, no. Baliktad ako. Yung 3, hindi siya na mangyayari mangyayari siya at the same time, right? So hindi siya mutually exclusive. Hindi tulad ng number 1, 2, 4, at 5. Sila ay mutually exclusive because they will not happen at the same time. Kaya nga sabi, exclusive. Okay? Mutually exclusive. So they will not happen at the same time. Di tulad ng number 3, ang tawag natin dyan ay non-mutually exclusive. Inclusive ang tawag natin dyan. Okay? So ano naman kinalaman nito sa lesson natin? When we say mutually exclusive, both events cannot happen at the same time. And these events, ang ibig sabihin, no common elements yan. Remember, yung ginagawa natin pagsasolve kanina, may mga common elements tayo, kaya tayo nagsasubtract, ano? Pero dito, when it comes to mutually exclusive events, if they will not happen at the same time, you don't have to subtract anything. So, dito muna tayo, no? So, I have here A and B. So, sa A, kapag nag-draw tayo in a standard deck of card, makakakuha ba tayo ng ace at king at the same time?
Ma'am?
Makakakuha ba tayo ng ace at ng king? Ace tsaka king. Kunwari, bubunot ako ng isa lang sa card. Posible bang mabunot ko yung ace at saka king pareho?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
No, hindi po. Wala po kasing ace na king. Okay? Ang meron lang tayo, ace o kaya naman king. So yung letter A, they are mutually exclusive. Bakit? They will not happen at the same time. Hindi ka pwedeng makakuha ng ace at ng king pareho sa isang draw lang. How about yung letter B? A heart and a king. Posible bang mangyari na makakuha tayo ng heart at king at the same time?
Yes po.
Yes po, because we have king of hearts. So yung king of hearts na yon, pwede natin siyang madraw. Ano? So pareho, pwede meron na tayong heart doon at meron na tayong king at the same time. So ibig sabihin si letter B is non-mutually exclusive. Kasi posible siyang mangyari sa parehong pagkakataon. Now, kapag nag-draw ka ng ace or ng king, Ilan ba yung aces? 4. Ayan, makikita nyo, no? At ilan ba yung king? 4 din. So kapag nirepresent natin siya or present natin siya using the Venn diagram, kung makikita nyo, walang pareho sa dalawang event. Dahil walang pareho sa kanilang dalawa, ganyan po yung itsura ng ating Venn diagram. Hindi sila nag-overlap. Kasi overlapping means they share the same element. Ang tawag natin dito is no common element. They are mutually exclusive. How about for letter B? Sa letter B naman, pag ginawa natin siya in a Venn diagram, makikita nyo that these are the hearts and these are the kings. At meron tayong king of hearts, and because it is at the same time heart and king, ibig sabihin, yung event A at event B natin, they share a common element, and that's king of hearts. At dahil doon, they are non-mutually exclusive. Because they have common elements. Okay? So kapag kukunin natin yung percentage ng mga yan, kapag may common elements sila, we simply subtract, katulad ng ginagawa natin kanina. Kapag walang common elements, mag-a-add lang tayo. So let us find the indicated probability. Kunwari, ang probability nung sa A ay 0.65. Ang probability nung sa B ay 0.30. Let us look for, and again, given yung probability ng union nilang dalawa, which is 0.75, we are going to look for the probability of their intersection. So, paano yun? Gagamitin natin yung formula. Naalala nyo ba yung formula? Ito po yung formula. Union is equal to A, probability of A, plus the probability of B, minus their intersection. So, kapag nag-substitute tayo, substitute natin si 0.75 dun sa union, at ito yung sa A, ito yung sa B, at ito yung ating hahanapin, yung kanilang intersection. And then, if you solve that, we'll get 0.75 equals 0.95 minus their intersection. Then, transpose natin sila by APE, addition property of equality. We'll have 0.75 minus 0.95 equals negative of their intersection. And then, we'll have negative 0.20. Multiply natin both sides by negative 1. And it will give us 0.20. So, yung intersection ng dalawang events na yon ay 0.20. So, ito yung common sa kanilang dalawa. Yun ang ibig sabihin. Okay. Next. How about if we are going to look for the union? Union. So, dali lang yon. Mas madali, no? Union is equal to event A plus event B minus their intersection. Substitute natin, ganyan lang po siya kadali. Plus and then subtract. Okay, so ano yung kailangan yung tandaan dito? You need to remember this formula. That for you to get their union, you have to first identify kung sila ba ay mutually exclusive or non-mutually exclusive. Kung none, gantong formula po yung gagamitin natin. If they are mutually exclusive, mag-a-add lang tayo. Hindi tayo magsasubtract. So, dito tayo. Binigyan tayo dito ng sitwasyon kung saan there are 9 nurses and 4 physicians. Then, 5 nurses and 1 physician daw are male. So, ilan kaya yung female? Ilan sa nurse yung female? Ilan po sa nurse yung female?
Ma'am?
Sabi dito, there are 9 nurses and 4 physicians. 5 daw dun sa nurses ay, at saka isa dun sa physician ay male. So, ang tanong ko, ilan yung female?
4 po.
4 na nurses at ilan sa physician?
3.
Tatlo, correct. So, meron tayong 9 nurses, 5 dyan ay lalaki, 4 ay babae. Meron tayong 4 na physician, 1 dyan ay lalaki, at 3 ay babae. So, para mas maintindihan nyo, you can use a chart. A chart showing the nurses and the physician, ilan ang babae, ilan ang lalaki, at ilan lahat ng female, ilan lahat ng male, ilan lahat ang nurse, ilan lahat ang physician, at ilan sila total or yung grand total nila. Okay, bakit natin kailangan yun? Because we need to find the probability that the person is a nurse or female. Ang tanong ko, nurse or female, pwede ba sila mangyari at the same time? Possible bang mangyari to at the same time? Na nurse na siya, female pa siya. Yes or no? No po. Diyan pa kayo. Pwede mangyari at the same time or hindi? Pwede bang nurse ka na? Babae ka pa?
Opo.
Opo.
Opo, syempre. Tagal nyo naman sumagot, oh. Simple-simple lang ng tanong mo, eh. Nurse na babae pa. Syempre, posible yon, no? Lalo na sa given natin, in-emphasize niya na 4 doon ay lalaki sa nurses. Okay? So, kung ginawa niya tong table, mas madaling maintindihan. Next. Ang gagawin natin is, of course, to get the union of A and B, doon muna tayo sa A. Pag kinuha natin yung A, ibig sabihin, that is the probability of getting a nurse, or probability that the person is a nurse. Okay? So, ano muna yung nurse, no? Then, yung B naman natin is, if it's female. So, doon muna tayo sa nurse and sa female, then we get the probability of nurse and female. Okay, ilan ba yung nurse? 9 yung nurse natin, no? And ilan yung ating female? There are 7. As you can see dito sa chart, makikita nyo, 7 yung ating female. Next, subtract natin yung nurse at the same time female. So kapag sinubtract natin yung nurse at the same time female, that's 4 over 13.
Mga 11:15 ako. Alas 11.
Next,
Okay.
if we do the process, we'll have 9 plus 7, which is 16, minus 4 is 12. Ibig sabihin, ito po yung nurse or female. So, pwede tayong makapag-select at pag nag-select tayo, ito ba ay nurse o kaya female? So, that's 12 over 13 chance. Bakit tayo nag-subtract? Kasi yung nurse natin and female ay naka-include na dito sa bilang. So, kapag hindi natin sinubtract yan, susobra yung bilang natin. Naintindihan po. Remember, 13 lang sila. Pag sumobra ka sa 13, asan yung sumobra? Multo? Hindi po pwede yun. So, kailangan i-subtract natin yung nabilang na kanina pa. Dodoble kasi yung bilang natin.
Sa?
Gilid. May question ba dito? Opo, may question po kayo? Ano pong hindi maintindihan dito sa problem? Meron po bang hindi maintindihan sa problem? Bakit tayo nag-subtract? Bakit tayo nag-add? Malvar? Meron o wala? Okay. How about for this problem? There are 16 people who study French. Okay? 21 who study Spanish. And there are 30 altogether. Lahat-lahat sila, 30 sila lahat. So we have to find the probability that the people who study French only. So as you can see, 16 dyan ay inaaral ay French. Okay? Pero hindi ibig sabihin French lang ang inaaral nila. Doon sa yung 16 na yan. Then yung 21 naman, Spanish ang inaaral. Pero hindi ibig sabihin Spanish lang. So ang goal natin ay para makuha yung French lang ang inaaral. So for us to do that, syempre kailangan muna natin kunin yung number of people who will study French and Spanish. Bakit? Kailangan kasi maalis natin yung number of people na French and Spanish. Kasi French lang ang kailangan natin eh. So para mangyari yon, ibabawas natin itong mga taong nag-aaral ng French and Spanish, yung number nila dun sa 16. Parang matitira lang dyan yung mga nag-aaral lang ng French. So to do that, we'll have 16 minus B. Yan yung number of people who study French only. And syempre, ganun din sa Spanish. Syempre, mga students na nag-aaral ng Spanish, hindi lang Spanish ang inaaral niya, pwedeng French din. So, i-minus din natin siya dito. So, we have 21 minus B. Then, what will be our solution? So, para makita nyo yung magiging sitwasyon natin dito, we'll have 16 minus B, yun yung French, at yung Spanish naman, yan yung 21 minus B. Yun yung nag-aaral ng Spanish lang. French lang, Spanish lang, and then ito yung nag-aaral ng both French and Spanish. So, paano natin siya isa-solve? Remember, na lahat sila ay 30 people. So, itong numero na to, yung 16 minus B plus 21 minus B are equal to 30. Lahat yan, binabanggit natin na equal to 30. Wait lang ah. O, balik na ako. O, dito muna tayo. Ulitin ko ha. Kung makikita niyo sa Venn diagram, lahat ng taong pinag-uusapan natin, altogether is 30. So, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, yung dami dito, yung number of elements dito, at dito, lahat yan equals 30. So, kaya ang ginagawa natin dito is we will add them para malaman natin kung ano yung number or yung value ng B. Sino yung nag-aaral ng Spanish and French para mabawas natin siya later on. So kapag kinombine natin yan, we'll have negative b plus 37. Transpose will have negative b equals 30 minus 37. So negative b is equal to negative 7. We will multiply both sides by negative 1. We'll have b equals 7. So ano ibig sabihin ng 7? Ibig sabihin, 7 yung nag-aaral ng French and Spanish. So kapag sinubtract natin siya from 16, ang nag-aaral lang ng French ay 9 lang. So ibig sabihin, 9 out of 30 people ang nag-aaral ng French lang. So that's 3 over 10. Do you have any questions dito? So ang ginawa natin dito, we represent or we use a variable to represent yung nag-aaral ng both French and Spanish para later on maibabawas natin siya. Do you have any question regarding this problem? Wala? Grabe naman. Totoo bang naintindihan nyo? Ayaw nyo na lang mag-react. Pagod na yung utak nyo. Puro problem solving. Let us proceed now to the what do you call this? The wrap up. What you need to remember is that when two events are mutually exclusive, both events cannot happen at the same time. These events have an intersection which is 0. Okay? So bakit hindi na tayo nagsisubtract ng intersection? Kasi 0 po yung intersection niya. Because they will not happen at the same time. Ibig sabihin wala silang common elements. So in symbols, ito yung ginagamit nating formula for mutually exclusive. Ito yung ginagamit natin yung una, no? Mutually exclusive events. Yan, ginagamit natin yan. While the other one, yung nagsasubtract tayo, yung ginagawa natin yung ginawa natin last time is what we call the formula for non-mutually exclusive or not mutually exclusive, non-mutually exclusive, overlapping dahil yung kanyang Venn diagram ay overlapping, and inclusive. So yun yung iba't ibang tawag natin dito dun sa mga events na pwedeng mangyari at the same time. So kapag tatandaan nyo lang dalawa, kapag pwedeng mangyari at the same time, ito yung formula, mag-a-add ka and magsasubtract. Pag hindi sila pwedeng mangyari at the same time, mag-a-add ka lang. I-add mo lang yung probabilities nila. So that's it for our module number 15, mutually exclusive events. So I hope may natutunan kayo. Medyo marami lang talaga tayong word problems for module 13, 14, 15. Pero I know na kayang-kaya ninyo.